right. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. So today I'm going to be drawing Hoshoryu, the rikishi, the sumo wrestler. Yeah, recently as of, kind of towards the end of last year, I got really interested in sumo. And right now the January Grand Sumo Tournament is going on. Today's day 5. So I thought it would be fun to try and draw Hoshoryu. Right now, my sketch only bears a passing resemblance, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit better. Make it look more like him as we go. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing great today. You're already halfway through the week. I'm thinking that I want to do some kind of unreal colors on this portrait. Probably not going to go for realism as much in terms of the color palette. So I'm going to zoom in on the drawing a little bit here. There we go. Okay. So I think I might start out with kind of a pink color. And we will start trying to render his face a bit more. The photo I'm using was, I think it was taken in spring of last year, around the time that he first became Yokozuna. Do you have any sumo wrestling fans in the chat today? So I feel like it's been a little bit since the last time that I streamed, but it hasn't really been that long. It was like, let me turn this music down a little bit. I feel like it's popping off a little too hard. Let's see. There we go. I'll just turn it down on the stream a little bit. Okay. But yeah, I think the last time that I streamed was like on Sunday or so. But it feels like it's been much longer than that. I kind of reoriented my whole office. So we've got a little bit of a new backdrop of just my bookcase now. I'm probably gonna start out here just doing some flat tones, flat colors. Over the whole of the face here, and then I'll, try to start adding in some other colors and values. I did attempt some lines earlier before the stream to try to get a sketch going and to start working on his likeness before the stream started. I thought he'd be a little bit easier to draw than I actually felt while I was drawing him. And I made some updates to our stream layout again. I think at this point I kind of like what we've got going here. As far as now we've got the mouths, but they're a little bit off to the right. Not as dominant over the whole stream that y'all are seeing. Yeah, I hope y'all have been good. I've been okay. Like I said, I reorganized my office a little bit, a lot. Cleaned, did some New Year's cleaning and stuff to it. See if I can talk and work on his eyebrows at the same time. Apparently not. I've been trying to finish a couple of books that I started reading. And one of them I finally admitted defeat and decided it was okay if I didn't finish it because I really wasn't enjoying it very much. So I just kind of skimmed through to the end so I could get some closure. And then that was it. It's like pretty rare that I do that. I feel like guilty about not completing books once I start them, but okay, I think I might have found one of the first problems here, which is like the angle that I drew his forehead at. It's to be like, I'll have to come back in and fix it, but this line needs to be a little bit more vertical than how I had it. But I'll have to come back in and fix a little bit more once the color I'm currently using starts to dry. But yeah, I did have a border going around this whole thing, and then I realized that his hair would probably be a pretty important part of the composition, so I had to add that back in. Okay. See, I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit more on my reference over here. It could be more high resolution than it is, but yeah, so kind of finished a book. Then I started another book that I actually like a lot better, so I'm glad that I let the other one go. Since I'm kind of new to sumo stuff, I was looking up some Hoshoryu facts before the stream started, kind of like, coincidentally while trying to find a picture I was interested in using. And I think it said his uncle was also a sumo wrestler. So I thought that was interesting. Looking forward to seeing how he's gonna do today. I think he's going up against Wakataka Kage. Alright. I know it doesn't seem like it's looking like a lot right now, but we are gonna get there. I promise. Okay, I think I'm gonna grab some light blue, maybe. Actually, let me try this minty color first. And then, I'm trying to think about what kind of color I might want for the background over here. Pink. I guess actually we might end up going into kind of a green realm then. Let me go ahead and add some more, fill in his hair a little bit more so we have that sort of settled, and then maybe I'll come over here to the background a little bit. Try to get our, lines to follow the lines of his hair a little bit better on this part. Okay, we got some stuff going there. All right. Now we will do a little bit of blue here, so I can kind of mark where we've got some hair highlights. Okay. All right, let me try to get some other purples and stuff in here for our additional values and outlines we got going on. Oh yeah.
sleepily ooh, so comfy. Need more yawn treats. Z Z Z Z Z Z.
Yep, Xena is still here. Still with us. I know Alan Prince is primarily the one that feeds her, but she's still gonna be hanging out with us for a while. Okay. Hmm. Trying to think what else. We also recently started watching oh dang, what is it called? Tojima Wants to Be Kamen Rider or something like that. Um pretty quirky. Pretty quirky anime. It's fun, it's funny. I think that's the only new one I started watching recently. Yeah. I think I might rely somewhat on the power of the line for this drawing so we don't spend ages trying to get little tiny values and stuff going here. Something else I learned while looking stuff up was that his name Hoshoryu, the kanji means what is it? Bountiful rising dragon. Pretty pretty cool name. I like reoriented my dog's bed so they're like supposed to both be like on the other side of my desk. Um, but the one she just keeps wanting to come over here and like lay behind me, which is fine. It's cute, but she does scatter every time I get up. Hang on just a second. So I think we're making some progress here for sure. I always say that as I think I'm more reassuring myself than y'all. So I think the colors are coming together a little bit better. I think I want to do something for his lips. I'm not sure exactly what color I want to make them yet. So for now, we're going to go with this. And then I may make some adjustments with some light or shadow in a little bit once it dries. I think you know, when you're drawing portraits and stuff like that, it's really important to well, basically like little tiny things make a big difference in terms of making a likeness actually look like somebody. Um, and I think that yeah, getting the shape of like his mouth right is really important to making it look like Hoshoryu. So hopefully we'll be able to do that well enough. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some other things here. Um, so I'm gonna start adding in this one for the right half of his chest. Mm. Yeah, anyway, I guess like reassuring myself because I feel like these do have some portions, these drawings, when you're using the acrylic markers that feel like a regular painting where it feels like it's getting um there's like those sort of ugly stages. So that's what I mean when I'm saying I'm also reassuring myself that everything's gonna be okay. I just gotta keep going. Okay. Yeah, and then I was saying something about my dog. Oh, the one she likes to lay like behind my chair all the time. So I thought maybe moving her bed like somewhere else in the room would help with that. Because I don't mind that she's there, but every time I get up, she scatters. So if I'm having, you know, a day where I'm going back and forth like to the kitchen or in and out of my office or something, you know, it's like constantly skittering. Um, but yeah, it doesn't seem to have made any difference. She's back and laying behind me again, right behind my chair. She's kind of a little Velcro girl. She likes to follow me wherever I go. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely starting to feel better about the likeness and everything too, I think. It's getting better as we keep going. I've learned a lot. I mean, I still don't know everything for sure, but I've learned a lot about sumo the last few months, and it's really interesting. It's a really interesting sport to watch. I don't watch too many sports, mostly just like track and field. Um, that was something that, was a sport my dad really liked and that he did when he was younger and that my grandpa did and that I did. And so it's just something that I like watching. Um, and I like, watching the Summer Olympics a lot, like rugby. But yeah, this is probably the first time I've watched a combat sport very much. And yeah, it's just been a really interesting experience learning about it and how things work and the different ways that, tradition comes into play and all that kind of stuff.
Hello, how are you, land prince?
Is gentle as far as combat sports go. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it's not like uh what is it called? MMA or something. But man, like when they're like going at it and like slapping each other, they're really I mean, it looks like they're really slapping the bejesus out of each other. It's like my understanding is that like, they can hit with an open hand, but they can't like punch each other. But they really be hitting each other with their open hands. It's not like you can hear the slaps and stuff that sound pretty darn loud. How are you, Alan Prince? Xena wants to know. All right, let's get something going on this hand over here. As you can see, I did a few different renditions of the hand when I was trying to get this drawing going earlier. Which is fine. We'll just be painting over it. It's not a biggie. I like at one point bizarrely kind of tried to go bizarre for me to go and like start the drawing from the hand. I don't know why I was doing that. It's not how I usually draw. And I was like, I guess because I was trying to make sure that I had space for like his whole outstretched arm. Um, and yeah, it just did not work out. I can like eyeball stuff just fine, but like, I don't know, when I see other people, they'll draw like the silhouette of something first. Like they'll be drawing a portrait and they draw the silhouette of like the head and the shoulders before they fill in the rest of it. And I'm like, what? How are they doing that? My drawing brain doesn't really work quite like that. Sometimes I'll do kind of like a general overall, you know, shape, I guess, but I always start with the head. Except earlier when I tried to do this, that didn't work. Yeah. So I was thinking of doing kind of a double border on this one. So we've got like an inner picture here, and then we'll also have like another border around the outside here. So part of me really wants to go for that teal that I really like. for the inner area here. I do also just really like that bright yellow color that I started out the drawing with though, so we might be able to, let me kind of see what it looks like if we add in more of it. Maybe it can be integrated into this background over here. Usually when I'm starting out a painting or something, when I'm making the sketch, also in paint, I'll do it in like a yellow or like a bright color. So in this case, it was this green. And then I went in with this darker green to make the more refined version of the sketch. I think I kind of like those colors together, but I'm gonna have to add another color in with this light green because it doesn't really have the opacity power that some of the other colors have, so it's looking like a little streaky. And I think I want it to be like darker around the silhouette, probably. So let me see here. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay. I went a little weird with the thumb shape here, so let me make sure I got the thumb go in right. Man, I love this color. It's just so creamy. It's my favorite. Oh, sorry, Alan Prince, I missed your chat. Forgot about the slaps. Haha, I'm good. We had a warmer day today. I wish I had spent some time outside, but it was a good one. Oh yeah, I had wanted to walk the dogs today, and then I totally forgot about it. But we'll get them. We'll get them tomorrow. Yeah, I think this contrast is working better. And then we'll do some blending. I guess I can add like an intermediate green here first before I get right into the bright yellow green. Gotta love a bright yellow green though, that's definitely my favorite. Sorry, I guess I'm making my camera shake a little bit. For my little tiny squiggle marks. Man, I'm really trying not to make it shake, but here, I'll just pick my arm up off the table. No, even that's not working. Hmm. This song reminds me of something. I can't think of what it is. Like, part of me wants to say it reminds me of a Dixie Chick song, but that can't be right. I don't know. Oh, what time does sumo start today? I forgot to look before I started my stream, but I bet it's around 6-ish. That'll definitely probably be who we're rating once we're done with our drawing.
Hello, how are you? Flying saucer emoji.
Yeah, I took the chat off of the stream again because I've been having problems with the auto mod actually working in terms of not letting these particular bots through that are in the chat right now. I don't want to say what it is because why am I always giving them free advertising? So I took it off so that they wouldn't always be ending up like, you know, burned into the VOD and stuff like that for when I save the video later. Maybe one day when we're having lots of engagement in our chat and stuff like that, then I will, you know, reinstitute on-screen chat. That'll be fun. I've been wanting to do a sumo related drawing here for a while, and then I almost didn't today because I was like, I don't know. I was like, I just can't find, you know, a picture that I really like and you know, stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know, I was gonna give up. And then I was like, no, I gotta do this. I've been wanting to do it, so let's make it happen. I'll regret it if I don't do it. Alright, so now we've got all the skin blocked in anyway. Okay. Oh yeah, and then we gotta come up here and finish our hair. Move it down a little bit. And I'll make sure we have some more value variety in the hair later on after this part dries. So we can make sure we're getting like the movement lines in there, the strand lines a little bit. I feel like my little camera thingy is jiggling a lot more than usual today. I feel like I'm hardly moving and it's jiggling all over the place. Okay. And as always, we're lurker friendly here, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer anything. All right, let's work on the rope here. And I'm blocking a light blue first, and then I'll add some more colors to kind of get the texture and stuff in there more after this dries a little bit. But yeah, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but yeah, the tournament's been pretty interesting for Hoshoryu so far. He had won like the first what was it, the first two matches, but he also has like a bandaged knee from a knee injury. And then the third match he actually lost. And it felt like for us it felt like kind of a shocker. But then he won again yesterday. Was looking pretty confident. So we'll see if how today goes, if he's gonna win once again.
Floats into frame greetings, Earthlings. Xena the alien here. Who wants to share their favourite snacks with me? Hungry face emoji. Wiggles antennae excitedly.
If you want to draw a couple more rikishi portraits as the tournament goes on, since we're only on day 5, I think, and it's 15 days. So we'll see though. We'll see how we feel after this one. I'm gonna add kind of more of a texture here, like a more diagonal texture. I want to change this a little bit on our background. So I feel like the straight up and down one is a little bit too. I don't know. I don't want to say boring, but it's not dynamic enough, I think.
Hovers over and reads Fortuneu. Alan Prince Fortune says adventure awaits the bold. Sounds exciting. Munches on a treat happily.
Another new fortune about adventure. That's good. Thanks for feeding Xena as always. Alright, there we go. I think that's getting somewhere a little bit more. Kind of update making this a little thicker so it's not so streaky. The texture in the background almost looks like oil pastel. Yeah, it kind of feels like that, especially on this one. Like the lower part here, where I was mixing it together pretty quickly and not really so much trying to blend it, just like drawing over it with the different colors, like colors over top of each other quickly. It does start to feel like a little bit thicker too, like as you're drawing, the texture starts to feel thicker on the paper. All right. Just want to know exactly how much it looks like Hoshoryu, but it doesn't totally not look like him. I'm just doing my best. That's all I can do. Yeah. When I was looking for photos, I also came across like this this Reddit page where somebody posted like a bunch of photos of Hoshoryu when he was like a teenager. And like I guess it was supposed to be kind of like an overtime thing. So like it looks like he's like a young teenager in school, like all the way up until just like a couple years ago. That was kind of fun to see. All right, get some more blues in here. Nothing humbles you more than finding out your favorite sumo is a lot younger than you. Your favorite sumo wrestler. What how old is he again? Is he like only in his 20s or something? I can't remember. Um it feels crazy like the Aonishiki, the sumo wrestler from Ukraine. I think he's only 21 or something. It's wild. Like, what did I do with my life? He's 25 or 26. Well, you've done a lot with your life. You just didn't choose to go the sumo route. There's still time. There were more like sumo wrestlers while we've been watching than I expected that we're not Japanese. Like there's Mongolian wrestlers, like Hoshoryu is Mongolian. There's folks from Ukraine, um, Filipino folks. So maybe do you still want to move to Japan and get it in at a stable or something and work your way up? Oh, the limit was 25 to begin sumo? Oh, maybe. I have no idea. Well, then maybe not. Sorry. Well, you can always live vicariously through them and just watch, I guess. Just enjoy it. And I think there was one American person, right? That we saw. Okay. We're getting somewhere on the rope here. It's trying to look better. There's so many sumo and the bouts are hard to keep up with. Yeah,
Floats over to viewers you can pet and play with me in the Pet Cafe Twitch extension. It has treats and drinks. My favorite.
yeah, we tried to like watch most days so far, I think except for the replay from yesterday. We watched like the first 3 hours or so, and then like the last half an hour of like the top division. And it's like I want to watch all of it, and I want to like remember everybody, and how they're doing, but it is hard to remember like all of them because there's probably hundreds of them, right? Because I think that lowest division, there's like quite a few in there. I can't remember. It's more than 60. I don't know if it's like 90 or something, and then I think the next one has like 60 in it. It's just a lot of folks. But like even from when we were watching it in November, there's some folks whose names I was able to remember and stuff. I'm like, oh, that one sounds familiar. But yeah, I wish I could remember all of them better. I guess probably over time. Maybe by the end of the year, after we watch lots of sumo, like all the tournaments for the year, every other month or whatever it is, we'll be really good at keeping track of everybody. Missed the Division 1 matchups from yesterday. Well, I think at the well, I mean, we saw like the last no, maybe like 5 or 6. But yeah, we didn't see any of Division 2. And then like I like Shirokuma Polar Bear, who's in Division 2, but I keep missing his matches on the replays. So I've just been looking up on I forget what the website is called, but like if you just Google like the name of a rikishi, a sumo wrestler, and then write rikishi, like one of the first websites that come up is like the official Japanese website that like has it like updates every day with their records, and it shows like who they're gonna be going up against the next day. It also shows if they're absent or something. Like there's some wrestlers that we've been following that, you know, have had absences and stuff that haven't been there every day. Were they on this morning? Yeah, those are the ones from this morning. All right, here we go. I think this is looking pretty good. Let's see. Now I think I just need to kind of focus on making, what was I gonna say? The background a little bit, and then like, maybe add in some more color depth to like the skin and stuff so we can get rid of some of the little streakies. But I want to see what color I want to add to the outside here. I almost want to do red, which I don't know if that's like too crazy, but why not? I kind of want to do it. Yeah, I like this one. This one's also pretty creamy. I'm excited. The channel has been growing a little bit recently. Our little gold bar down there, we're up to 11 followers, so I'm excited about that. I think it seems to grow better when I'm able to do like about 3-hour long streams, which I don't think the one today is going to be quite that long, but I'm trying to remember what I think the last one that I did that was 3 hours was when I was doing the portrait start to finish of the dog memorial portrait commission. I think that one lasted the whole time. The whole 3 hours. Oh, congrats. Thank you. Like I was saying on my last stream, I do want to integrate comics and stuff more. But yeah, I don't know. This, just felt like something I needed to do first. So I did consider doing that instead for today, but since this has been a recent goal, I wanted to go ahead and do a Hoshoryu drawing. I've also been looking into how to stream on Twitch and Twitter, not Twitter, TikTok at the same time, which is possible. And I was looking up how to do it on OBS and stuff. It's a little bit complicated, but it is possible. So I think it could be a good move. I'm just worried about that being like more stressful. But if it's worth it, it's worth it. So we'll have to see. That might be something I try soon. I only just like reinstalled TikTok because I couldn't have it on my phone because of work. And I'm afraid to like spend any time on the platform because it like really sucks so much of my time. And just since like reinstalling it has been giving me so many notifications, like trying to get me to go on, and I'm like, oh no. I like want to, but I don't. But I know probably for my business, I'm gonna need to start spending some more time there again. Hmm. Okay. I don't know how I got this one finger a little bit too long, but I'll fix it. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's see. Now we'll do some more updates to the skin, like I was saying. See, I've got like purple, pink, and green going, huh? Okay. And, hmm. All right. Wait, not that one, right? No, yeah, this is one. Okay. Mm, okay. Let me see what we can do about his face and get it to look a little bit more like him. All right, hopefully this won't be a mistake, but I think making this shadow a little bit deeper. And then he does have like a shadow going around here. I think this is the first person that we've drawn on stream where I was trying to actually do like a likeness of somebody, so it's like a little stressful. But I feel like that helps a lot actually so far. Okay. All right. I think that's kind of doing it. All right. He does have a little bit of stubble and stuff that I think, you know, contributes to like his overall appearance and being able to recognize him, but I'm a little worried about including that with the marker and it going a little bit awry. So I'm not sure. Okay, I think I can add a little shadow to the side of his nose here too. With this darker pink. And then maybe like continue this right here. There we go. I think that's looking better. What do you think, Hoshoryu fans in the chat? Is it looking more like the man himself? Do you think less white in the eyes? Yeah, I could make it a bit darker because his face is in shadow too. Okay, let me get some, yeah, not as bright of a white. I also need to get, let me get, oh wait, is this purple darker than the other purple I used? I think, maybe. I want to make sure I add a little bit of value here to our hair. So we can kind of like differentiate some of the really neat shapes that we've got going on here. I had to take a screenshot and zoom in. The likeness is definitely there. Oh, you're watching on a phone? Yeah. That's something I've been thinking about. I usually watch art streams and stuff on my TV or the computer. But yeah, watching it on a phone definitely. Dang, yeah, that seems hard to be able to see what's going on. Okay, trying to get very carefully. So tiny, these marks. Get some adjustments into the face. Okay, yeah. Let me zoom in for the phone users here. There we go. Maybe. Is that a little bit better? Now I'm so close, the camera's kind of casting a shadow. But yeah. Right, proceeds to zoom into the face and then goes and draws somewhere else. Okay. Okay, yeah. Also, so the other thing we're gonna do is make the whites of the eyes a little bit less white. Let me see. Why added just like a little bit of gray. And then let me like close that gap right there. Which pink am I using? My darker pink or my lighter pink? Oh, I was using the lighter one. What the heck? And people outside are just like randomly honking their horn crazy. Weird. Okay. I wonder if I didn't make his nose long enough. I don't know. I don't think I can go back on that now. um, but
Yawn sleepily, Z's. Need more snacks. Snores softly.
okay. Let me zoom out again and let's see how we're doing. All right. Okay. Let me. Get a little bit more going on here. Make some adjustments to the shadows and stuff on the leg real quick. Okay. Trying to adjust this a little bit more. There we go. Okay. All these markers. For me, just working chaotically here. Okay. I kind of feel like I might be ready to take the tape off, but I think we did a pretty good job here for this Hoshoryu sketch. So, all right, tape time. Oh. So close to getting a perfect couple sides there. I might make the top border a little bit more fun up here so it doesn't look just, well, to make it look more intentional, because it was intentional to have two very straight borders and one organic border. I was like, what word am I trying to think of? Okay. All right, what do y'all think? All right, let me give y'all a little bit of a close-up here. All right, so this is our Hoshoryu face. Got the hand with the background. All right. I think this is a pretty good start for our first rikishi sumo tournament drawing series, if it becomes a series. So I think on that note, we may see if we can do a raid over to Midnight Sumo so we can watch day 5 of the tournament. 4 Yokozunas. I don't know. I thought there was 2. Oh, 2 spreads. I thought it was 2 Yokozunas. I don't know. I need to learn more. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out today. And I hope that you had fun. Thanks for watching along and chatting. So I'll see you soon, and we're gonna go ahead and raid Midnight Sumo. I hope y'all enjoy your evening.